Right. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, I missed yesterday, and I'll tell you why I missed yesterday. I actually spent the day on and off, kind of really emotional. I was crying on and off yesterday. I just was not in a really good headspace, and um, I just didn't have it within me. Excuse me, which is rare. Um, Finishing up my tea. It's cold outside. And I just didn't have it. And I was tired, and I really had to focus on Christina's excuse excuse me, calendar. It had to get done so that we could get it here in time for Christmas. Um, I thought usually I've done it like if I needed to get it out and done, I do it like the 8th. I should take with like this kind of this week, and it would be fine. And for some reason, I needed, I looked and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to pay like a really X amount of shipping to get it here by the time I need it. If I don't get it in the mail. And I always say this every year with her calendar, I am going to do it throughout the year so I don't wait. And inevitably, there always seems to be like the very end where I wait for the last thing. And I needed a couple pictures that we had for Sunday in order to put in there. So I had to kind of wait. But I needed to focus on getting that calendar done because that is something that has to be under the tree. It's through Shutterfly. I do a personal calendar for every year, and I have done that since probably about 10 years, if not more than that. And so I got it done, but literally sat on and off in the chair from like 8 o'clock to like 3 o'clock in the morning. So between spending the day kind of emotional and on and off, kind of just crying, I thought I don't have this to come live, and I'm not going to be on here long. Mom and I went out, which was kind of unexpected because I had this lofty goal that I'd be here and I was going to jam out on devotions and get them done. And we went out and we got back, and then I had this smart idea about putting the Christmas gifts out to see what we had, and then I started wrapping them, and like an hour and a half went by, and I'm like, oh, you know, and so, and I, of course, because I stayed up so late trying to get the calendar done, I slept in and so forth. So it was just like a revolving circle today. I have D&E done, and I'm going to do what I can tomorrow to really just focus on. Got the Bible verses caught up to get, and I've got shout outs going on. I'm going to really focus on one thing I have been doing for myself in the morning. I have my therapy tomorrow morning. Is I've been waking up and having watching a Christmas movie and crocheting, and that's what I've needed to do. And when I can. And then I have every intention the rest of the afternoon and evening to go ahead and do nothing but focus on getting caught up with the Advent devotions and doing all that. I've got videos to edit and so forth. I'm going to do a live tomorrow at 7. And hi, Wills, how are you? I'm going to do a live tomorrow at 7. And I'm doing it because I read the article and I'm like, wait a minute. This is exactly what I'm feeling. And it talks about the 3 C's of grief during the holiday season. And I'm thinking, I want everybody to understand if they think, well, your aunt died in March, so you shouldn't be necessarily grieving her now. When my aunt died in March, very shortly after that, I winded up in having something was happening health wise. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I did wind up in the hospital August or April, Easter Day. And so I kind of put my grief in the trunk of the car, locked it up, and said, I can't deal with this right now. And I've been somewhat a little nervous to even begin to open up that trunk because there was a part of me that thought, if I open this trunk again, I'm going to be kind of scared that everything's going to restart like it did shortly after she passed away. And I just several times yesterday just thought of her, thought of my dad, which eh, my dad and my grandfather towards the end of the year, it's really difficult for me. And I just started crying. And I would only cry for just a little bit and then I'd stop. And I think of something else and I restart crying again. Hi, Carbon. And I think some of it too is the stage of my life. Um, and so I feel like all my emotions are kind of going all over the map. One thing in this article that I'm going to share with you all tomorrow that it said is you can have grief fog. And I'm like, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels exactly like that. I'm in this fog. Well, and I was telling this before, my aunt passed in March, and I kind of haven't dealt with the fact that she's not here. She's not here for events and Christmas holiday coming up. And I think that I'm not the only one that may be going through grief or have lost somebody this year. That maybe for one reason or another, maybe they've recently lost them, or maybe they lost them and it's finally coming to the unnumbing stage. I don't know. But it's kind of like that. I thought, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like kind of like in the fog. I don't want to do anything. Excuse me. I don't want to do anything. I'd like to just crochet and do absolutely nothing else. I have no interest in anything else. And I know that that's depression sitting in. And I know what it is. And I, about a week ago, realized wait a minute. Last week I was tired from our trip, but I realized why I was doing what I was feeling. And I kind of have come out of it a little bit. And I feel better today than I did yesterday. Because it was like, the pressure cooker almost. It was like I was able to kind of just take the pressure cooker and hit it and cry a little bit, and I felt better and so forth. And so I really want to talk about that tomorrow. I found this article. I'm like, yes. And I will tell you one of the C's it says, I'll give you a heads up, was C for connection. We got to be connected. And I'm having my therapy tomorrow, which I'm looking really forward to. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Mary, it's okay if the devotions you're at B and C and those are out. And hi, Lyrica, B and C is that's out, and D and E doesn't get out till tomorrow. It's fine. This holiday season is very different, and I really hope that my community understands that I'm really truly doing the best that I can this holiday season. It's a hard one. I want to get content out there for you guys, and yet I'm still struggling this holiday season because it's different. It's just what it is. And we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. Now, you guys can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you'd like people to connect with your channel. So I thought about trying to edit D and C or D and E. tonight for the Advent. I may when I get off here, and I may not. I may spend the rest of the evening putting some heat on my neck and just crocheting and relaxing and taking it easy. That's what I may need. I know it's not what needs to happen, but it's what I may need. But I'm going to take one day by one day and all that kind of stuff. And it is true. Time is very heal me. Absolutely. I just think that I kind of put my grief on hold because I was sitting there really kind of after my aunt passed. I grieved a little bit and then I got ill and it went on for 2.5 months. And so I was afraid to open the trunk. I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to handle it. I didn't want to do all this stuff. And so it's finally like, it's like, okay, now I think of her. And for the first time in my life, or not the first time in my life, but for the first time, a long time, I get teary eyed when I think of her. I get kind of, there's times I just sit there and cry. And I'm like, that hasn't happened before. So I'm not the only one that's going through kind of a difficult holiday season, yet it has been very blessed. And so I've got a cookie recipe. Thank you very much. I've got a cookie recipe that we're going to work on. I've got to get that. I'm going to show you a really cool cookie recipe. And I've got a craft. I got to put those in the freezer and see if this works to get the wax off the candles. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm going to get the wax off these things, but we'll figure out a way. Um, we've got that. I also have to go back to the Dollar Tree because I've got ornaments that I want to get nail polish and put that in there and see if it makes like really pretty ornaments. Um, I also um, I also have to put out a short that shows you the frost guards and how easily the frost guards work on snow. And we're going to have some pretty miserable weather over the 2 days. So it is perfect weather to get some stuff done that I know I need to get done. And there was somebody that left a comment, and I will respond to them because they got me thinking. And actually, and I forgot who it was. And they said it looked like you had the weight on your shoulders. And that's one reason I did not go live yesterday. I thought, I'm going to take that comment to heart. And I truly felt like if I did go live, I was not in a good headspace to do it. And so I took that comment and I took it to heart. And I appreciate that. Wasn't that I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. I'm discouraged because we're so close to 2K and I want to get there before the end of the year. And we were at 1983 yesterday. Woke up this morning, we went to 1977, and I'm like, why? Why YouTube do you have to make my numbers go do 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 do? But I don't know if y'all can tell today. I've noticed, and even my family said, you seem just a little bit happier. And I think it's because I finally said to myself, Mary, you can grieve your aunt now. And giving myself permission to do that and not afraid to do that. And realizing that it's okay. It's okay to miss her this holiday season. It's okay to miss her, because it is the first year without her. And it just seems, even though she was in Florida, she was still there to call. She's not there to call anymore. And so all of those things come to pass. Now we are working on a current or new project. Indigo did. I will show it to you. Hold on a second. Um, Indigo asked me to do this blanket. So this is our actual pattern. This is Can you not see the amount of yarns I'm using in one that are attached to this blanket right now? So these are going to be flowers. And so this is the new blanket that we're starting with. Um, these are the start of flowers. And of course, these are hearts here and the side panels here. And then this color is going to be the the um the pink, and then this is the purple. It's the same. That's going to be still the same flower. So then this is the purple on this side. And then the next row is going to be yellow and purple. And the next row is going to be yellow and pink. And this is just an off, hi Zach, an off-white in between. So this is our official first pattern for Blessed to Crochet. And I'm really excited about it. And I think it is coming out beautiful. And as soon as I can figure out how to post it or put it in the merch store, I will. I'm going to show you guys shortly how to go ahead and do those patterns, how to read those patterns. Thank you. And I am remembering the good times. I will tell you, I think why it's harder during Christmas is because my aunt loved Christmas. And when my aunt and my grandmother used to come down to visit us in where we lived from Daytona Beach down to Fort Lauderdale or down to Margate area, we used to always go look at the Christmas lights. It was like the one thing we did. She didn't come. They didn't come. Excuse me. Didn't come down to visit us too often, but they did come down to visit every once in a while. And when they did, we always just look at the Christmas lights. And so I think that's why it's maybe hitting a little bit more hard, as it was truly my aunt's favorite time of year. And so I'm remembering remembering those times. It's just always used to love looking at Christmas lights. My grandmother did. And so all of those memories are coming back in a way that are just, they're bringing a lot of memories back. And it's okay. But tomorrow, sorry, I'm sorry for the coughing. I just ate something and I guess it's making me cough for some reason a little bit. But but you know, it's I think I'm not the only one going through that. So tomorrow, 7 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and schedule it. But now that we got the computer back, I'm going to schedule it on the computer tomorrow so that it's on. So I got to go into Streamlabs on the computer and do it. I'm not going to record any of the devotions till tomorrow. Yep, we do. We have some. We have a beautiful display. I'm going to take you guys to. I have to record the Dog the Bounty Hunter video for somebody to win that hat. That's going to be in memory of my aunt. That giveaway. So we will. Um, I just think that what I needed to do yesterday was kind of cry a little bit. I needed to say it's okay, Mary, to go open that trunk that you've just locked away for one reason or another, and it's okay to go in it and let the emotions out. And when it got too overwhelming, I put the emotions back in the trunk and I locked it and I said, okay, enough for today. And it's going to take piecemeal to have them come out, and it's going to be okay. And I've got my amazing community Mama isn't far away from reaching the $100 threshold. We're not far away. I think we're at like 21 away from 2K. I mean, you guys are awesome. We'll get there. Want to get there by the end of the year. We're going to reach it. Um, and so just got to keep pressing forward. Hi, babe, dude. How are you doing? Just have to keep pressing forward. You guys can put hashtag bless in the chat if you like people to connect with your channel. If you're new here, um, welcome. This is a channel in which you do not need to know how to crochet. I do crochet, but we focus mainly on connection. We want people connecting with each other. We want to help people connect with each other. We have Blessings Through Connection, which is another channel that will start back. We had a little computer malfunction and we had to take a break from that for a little bit. But your crochet hook is being able to connect with each other in the chat. If any of our community can share us out again, we're only like 21 away from 2K. We're so close. We want to get there by the end of the year. We're going to be putting out a video and probably the end of the week in memory of my aunt. And it is going to be for Dog the Bounty Hunter hat we had signed by him. And we're going to be putting that out because we got to meet him back in August. He was a pretty cool dude. So we're going to go for sure and put that out for somebody to win that. And that will be drawn, excuse me, on my aunt's birthday, which is June 10th. Her heavenly birthday, for sure. Awesome. And guys, when we get done, oh, thank you very much, big dude. I appreciate that so much. For those that don't know, I am fibromyalgia. For those that are new, I am. Thank you very much. I'm somebody that deals with fibromyalgia, and I have chronic pain, and so I need this channel to connect with others. I need it so much to connect, and I use it as my therapy and my ability to connect. Mama, which is Mama of Blessed to Crochet, she gets any of the revenue. I didn't want it. Not that I can't use it, but I said I don't want it. I need the connection. Mama, you get the revenue. And it made my heart happy to know that she was going to get the revenue from it. And she could buy a pair of sneakers, which she recently did. She could pay a bill. She could do whatever she needed to do with that little bit that she gets from the monetization. That's what I wanted her to do with it. I wanted to give back to my mama. So that's who gets the revenue. It's not this girl, which is what I wanted. But she's somebody that's really more in the back of the camera than in the front of the camera. I do better in the front. I can talk for a long time. She doesn't always have that ability. She's much more quiet in the background of everything, but she's sweet. We love Mama Blessed to Crochet. So, we got a lot of cool things coming up. I appreciate everybody's understanding and patience. I have really tried. And I think somewhat, I don't want to say force, but I also want, to some degree, have to kind of thing. And I said to myself yesterday, Mary, you don't have to. And I needed yesterday and I felt bad as we go live every day. Yes, every day in the month of December, we go live. And I thought, I just don't have it. And it's okay. And I think that people have to realize that was one of the things in this article I found. And it was just really comforting. It was like what I was going through was really good. And I found this article and I thought, then I want to talk to my therapist tomorrow. And I thought, I'm probably going to glean some stuff off her that I can share. Because I thought, you know, it's so true. And then I watched a Christmas movie. It's Christmas in the Clouds. It was such a good movie this morning. And I sometimes will play with I'll crochet and scroll through my phone and have the TV on all at the same time. Don't ask me why, it's just me. And I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, Um, and I didn't even do that. I watched the movie. It was with Erin. She's what One Calls Her Heart. I can't remember her last name. And she was on there, and it was taking like a Scrooge kind of mentality and putting it like it was in the air in the airplane. It was really, really a good movie. And I'm like, I think I want to watch it again. I got Hallmark for like a free trial for like a week or something like that. So anyway, um, I've got some things coming up. I think I I'm not out of my slump yet. I don't know if it was a slump, but I've kind of said to myself, I just feel like yesterday I let the pressure off the pressure cooker just a little bit, and it helped a lot to do that. And so I thought, well, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. So I will try because I want to put the notice up that we're actually, and I know part of my problem is I'm not putting lives up so people don't know when the heck we're coming live. But we'll get there. I'm going to put some lives and schedule some lives and so forth and get that all done. We'll see. I think I am going to go to crochet for a while and go to bed. And tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll start on stuff that needs to get done for the channel. And I figure there's really not going to be much happening between now and tomorrow. And I'll just start editing and doing a lot in the next couple days. Can't really go out because we're supposed to not only get snow, but rain. Both of them at the same time. Never a good combination to actually go out on the roads. So this girl is going to stay right here. So I'm gonna work on stuff tomorrow. And I know my husband wants to get in here and get to bed. So thank you all for showing up tonight. Thank you all for being so patient with this mess of a girl. I'm going to tell you that right now. Thank you for your understanding. I'm sorry I was coughing a little bit, but I just ate before I came live, and apparently, whatever it is, didn't like me too much. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we got to go put the things on the car because it's supposed to be snowing and raining. Boy, how fun it's going to be. Nobody ever said that. So anyway, there's still snow outside. I mean, it has never been. We have been here in the month of December where the snow has been that like still there, and I think it's going to stay, and we're supposed to get more. So this is going to be quite a winter. And like I said, when I get to 2K, I'm going to crochet in the snow for 20 minutes. First time it snows, I'll do it. But it's got to stick. So we got to get there. And I know you guys all have our back. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I hope maybe tonight it shows. I got a little bit more smile on my face. I'm actually looking forward to celebrating Christmas. I kind of wasn't before. Didn't want to celebrate Christmas. And that changed. There's just a little bit of wanting to. And it's just kind of like something changed yesterday. And I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to celebrate Christmas. And I wasn't before. And it's you have to acknowledge that when you're going through something. There's no shame in any of that. So I'm gonna head off here. I love you all, every single one of you. Remember to be proud of being yourself. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we'll see you later. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Wear a Santa hat now. Maybe tomorrow. I'll try to find a Santa hat. Love you all. Bye bye, everybody. Have a great night. Stay connected. It is so important. Bye bye, everybody. Merry Christmas.